Yo, what's up, everybody? Craftworks in the house. You see the scrolling? Yeah, that's right. It's cornucopias time. So let's get it started. Basically, today I'm going to go over the themed zones, and we're going to take a second to talk about the Cornucopias Metaverse because we're going to be dropping plots Q4 this year. So it's going to be pretty soon. And right now, we're getting a lot more activity. People running around in cornucopias with their fancy device on their wrist so they can click a button, shoot out a beam, and check out what plots are around. Because the way it works is there's 8,000 plots, they've been hand placed. You go out and discover the ones that match the size of your plot. It doesn't matter the rarity, it just has to be the same size and the fact that someone else hasn't claimed it. And once that happens, it matches what you have for an NFT to the plot that's been dropped, and then you get it started. So, just a review, you can see that Cornucopias has 12 unique themed zones, and each zone has a system of sectors. The sectors encompass vast landscapes with their own unique style and backstory, housed in an immersed floating dome. For example, Solace has three of these. And the next two that come out, Esperanza and Fortune, are also going to have three. The further sectors, we'll see what happens as the game goes on. So, getting into the sectors, once you're there, once we get it started, this is what I'm interested in. The landscape features a host of raw materials. Let's click that open. Just want to make sure it clips over. Yeah. And let's go ahead and just kill this as well. So looking at the resources, you can see that you can gather them from the theme zones, and they're raw. You got to process them in workshops so they can be used for crafting. And this whole economy is going to be an essential part of Cornucopias. And it's pretty interesting because the players are going to establish everything. You know, they're the in-game supply chain, like it says right here. And so you're going to see what has the most value. But here's some example of what's going to be out there for resources: logs, ore, seeds, raw plants, wood beams, metal, crops, processed plants is what you convert them into. Then you can use this to start doing other things like, I don't know, build structures, feed animals. Let's go deeper. Yeah. So I think the first thing you're going to be able to do is chop them trees, right? And I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking when they actually drop the plots, and they release resources that you can gather, I think you're going to be able to do some sort of fishing, some sort of chopping down of trees to gather wood, and then possibly mining if you can locate an active mine. But yeah, I'll let you read. Let's just move on to metal when this loads up. So keep an eye when you're running around the metaverse for pickaxes. So when it's available, you can get right to it. Now, is this ingots or ingots? Somebody tell me what's the right way to pronounce that. But yeah, you're going to be mining. You want to get the ore. There's actually going to be different types of ore. So right there, you're going to see there's different characteristics, and then you process it. What's up with rock? You need it. You need it to help build your buildings in Cornucopias. Same thing, you can get it with a pickaxe. So you're going to look for quarries, rock faces, all over the zones. And again, they're going to have different characteristics. And then you break these rocks down and you turn them into construction bricks. And that's the end result of the beginning of building your structures, right? Moving on to plants, let's see. Ah, you can make clothing out of it. Nice. And again, you can collect the plants out there when you're running around. Then you have to process them and you convert them at the loom or tailor station. Cool. And here's an example of some of the end result materials. Going into crops, you got to have seeds. You got to plant them. You have to take care of them, and you have to gather them. Man, this is so weird. It's like this metaverse is trying to be like real life. You need meals. You need to eat. That's crazy. Man, I love this game, guys. It's so exciting, and the graphics are ridiculous. If you haven't jumped in, come join us. It's a lot of fun. We've already started racing competition. There's little holo caches that you can run around and collect. There's a leaderboard that shows all of it. So much fun. Any NFT basically gets you into the game, and you can grab vehicles for like $25 right now. Just an FYI. Back to the crops. All right. So we talked about the seeds. We need to eat. You need seeds to start your crops. Pay attention. This is where you get them, if they have any. And just like in real life, it depends on how active the farm is. So for every harvest, a percentage of the seeds are made available to the farm to sell to visitors. That's dope. Let's see. So, looks like you can consume them, like when you harvest nuts and seeds, for example, or combine them at cooking stations to make meals. And you can see right there, you're going to see a list of veggies, fruits, and grains. What are these cooking stations? Guys, I actually haven't really gone deep into this since they've updated it. Nice job, by the way. So this is new for me as well. And it's not at all ridiculous. You need a kitchen to make your meals. Bring your crops to the kitchen, son. Start cooking. That's how we do it. So apparently cooking stations will be in every district. So you're just going to have to go there to get the cooking going. And you can see the various ways, I guess, to process them, right? Let's get with the metal. So it looks like, as well, that every district will have a metalworks. So grinder, table, and smelting furnace. What's that fall crap word? We'll check it out. You have to heat the ore to convert it into the metal you want. And we already talked about that, right? Let's get back on track and move on to the livestock. This is another thing I'm interested in, livestock, and then after that, if like a horse is a part of that, for example, because I want to travel throughout the zones a little bit faster than running, Just saying. Later, we're going to be able to fly around our vehicles that are capable of traveling to the different domes, and that's going to be quicker than anything. So that's going to be fun too. And another FYI, as the game progresses, the local transit will increase in speed. So you'll get there faster, and you're going to be able to load up and skip a lot of the train ride, for example. But back to the livestock. Check it out. You got cows. You can see the resources that you can gain from them. Here's some chickens. Then you got the sheep. So yeah, hope you guys just appreciate the few that watch that are interested in the review of what you're going to be doing when you have land and you're in these zones. I can't wait to fish. There's fishing spots like for the people that are running around. You already know that if you shoot your beam, it's going to give you a little fishing icon if there's fishing available where you can use it as a resource. Same thing for mining. You can see right here you can catch fish if you're by an ocean or on the river, and obviously in lakes too. Now, let's go into the seasons because, like other cool games that we're playing, shout out to FGL, Outlaw Troopers, um, Cornucopias is going to be divided into seasons. There's going to be seasons of gameplay. And so you can see that's basically you're going to see the passage of time, and it gives you an extra layer of gameplay to the metaverse. And this is where we are, in case y'all forgot. But with the seasons, it's going to mirror real life. So you can see it's going to be the four seasons. And when they're live, the districts are all going to compete. And each zone is going to have their own league, own leaderboard, own competition with their own prizes. And this is also, how you progress within the game by playing within the seasons. I like this too. You'll be able to score those NFTs that show you what season and when. And sometimes these NFTs end up having little enhancements that you get just from that specific season. So I have no idea if they're going to do that, but just it's something that happens in some other cool games. All right, I think that's pretty much it. We don't need to get really into the player characters and stuff. Let's check out the game itself and see what it says now when you're on the actual Cornucopia site. So let's share this tab instead, Craftwork. And again, you can get in here now and check it out. And the price check on the small common land is right around $67. So check out the JPEG store and check out other deals if you want it. All right, so we talked a little bit about the commerce, but here's some bullets on that and just an idea of the development and how it's going to go. So we talked about the resource gathering. Talked a little bit about trading, but that's the whole in-game economy. That's what you're talking about, but also buying and selling on those markets. In addition, you can trade with other players or merchants. That's pretty cool. And for your buddies, it's nice that you can just drop things right out of your backpack and they can pick them up. So you can hook them up with items in the game. Teamwork. Ooh. But yeah, you got the gathering, you got the building and construction, questing and missions. You have the farming and the agriculture and the exploration. Here's a sweet caption with the mining. Check out the crops. And all this is on the site directly, the cornucopias.io, so check it out. I can't wait for this. That's going to be my version of Call of Duty bunker battles, yo. Team Red, Team Blue, let's go. Going to be setting up cool events, cool little entry NFTs to get into the game, dope rewards. Man, that's just another thing that's going on in Cornucopias we haven't even really scratched. But the Racing League, we're already in preseason, guys, so let's do it. Like right now, if you have a bubble jet, it's Class C, it's on the yellow track, and you need, I think it's 7,500 corn points, which you get claiming daily on the Cornucopias Discord. So check it all out, gang. I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you hanging out with the craft work. And stay tuned because we're going to be having more fun. And me and my homies will probably start recording some gameplay just walking around. So other than that, peace out.
Crafty crypto, watch on my first wrist. Blockchain champion, I'm making flips. Crypto game strong, I'm stacking in chips. Got the West Coast beat, cruising in the sun. With Crafty's crypto watch, I'm having so much fun. Checking out the market, seeing what's hot. Crypto was my playground, that's all I got.